Thanks Notion for sponsoring this video. It's that time of the year, time to set up a new planner again. So if you're new here, every single year, usually during the last week of the year or the first week of the year, I make a setup planner video for you where I introduce you to the kind of planner I'll be using for the next 12 months. Last year we had a Hobonichi setup, and the year before that I was using a solely digital system. For 2022 I'm trying something out new too, a Golden Coil paper planner. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about how I usually plan my day. I micromanage my time a lot using calendar blocking and time batching methods on my Google Calendar. And while I'm working on my laptop during the day, my calendar is open at all times and I keep track of tasks and timed events. You know, while Google Calendar is great at allowing me to micromanage my tasks in advance, it really doesn't allow me to get a bird's eye view of what my week or my month looks like. The problem is, a lot of the tasks, events, and direction I want to establish for myself can't really be translated into like specific tasks and specific events, and that's why Google Calendar fails at doing a more generalized kind of planning for me. Okay, so I had this handicap in mind while I was customizing my Golden Coil planner. I didn't use it to plan and to calendar block every single hour of my day. I wanted it to be more of a weekly and lifestyle manager. I've been using Notion to plan for bigger projects. I created and managed my entire workflow for YouTube videos and other related projects, including scripts, shot lists and storyboards, organizing documents, keeping track of meeting notes that I take during coaching sessions, and so forth. It's also a brilliant app to keep any mood boards, lists, long-term calendars and contacts, and other permanent information that you need to access in the future. This planner, however, is supposed to have a different purpose. I wanted to find a layout that would help me keep track of weekly to-dos and goals. It's also a family manager and lifestyle manager. It will keep me track of meal plans for the month and week, weekly habits, my workout routine, and it will be my perfect brainstorming tool. And that's actually one of the main reasons why I'm not going to purchase a new Hobonichi planner this year. You know, I ended up using the daily views only, where I was writing down random notes throughout the day. The weekly view in the Hobonichi uses an hour-by-hour vertical format, and because I'm used to time blocking on Google Calendar, practically half of the planner was left unused. I felt like I wasn't getting the most out of the system. It was a great planner if I was using it on its own, but if I was using it with other tools at the same time, and it was like I was wasting 50% of the planner's real estate. You know, other than that, the Hobonichi is definitely a 10 out of 10 planner, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is planning on using a paper system only. The Golden Coil planner is fully customizable, and I'm not even kidding when I say that. You can choose from dozens of combinations of layouts, from daily to weekly, monthly, and yearly pages, as well as several templates that you can insert in different parts of the planner, like trackers, specific planner pages, lined pages, overviews, project planner templates, and so forth. It's fully customizable, but it's very minimal, which is something I can't find in most customizable planners like the Erin Condren planners or the Happy Planner lineup. I get tired of most planner designs incredibly fast, so the more minimal they are, the better. You can start a planner on any month, so there's no reason to wait until January to pick up a new planner, and the paper quality is great, probably the best I've ever found in a customizable planner, and they have a lot of different cover colors and textures available too. Okay, so let's go to the planner walkthrough. So the first section of the planner has a 2-page spread goals template that provides yearly and monthly goals and the breakdown of daily goals or habits that you can keep track of for 6 months. I inserted this template in my planner to stay accountable and keep track of my yearly views, and it's at the beginning of my planner so I could look at it every single time I open my planner every single day. Then I have a 2-page spread brain dump, which I want to use for yearly to-dos. These are things like, long-term projects, classes I want to attend, small things I want to accomplish during the year. And I'm going to use this more as a brain dump than a to-do list. And that's because I'll be keeping a to-do list every single month where I'll be keeping a more structured list of specific tasks I want to accomplish during that month. After that, we have a 4-page spread year at a glance, which I'll use to write down birthdays, holidays, and time spent off work, as well as main deadlines for projects or other goals. Okay, so the second section is the biggest section of the planner, and it's basically the planner in itself. It goes like monthly view, monthly ideas, pages for notes, monthly meal plan, and weekly spreads. So let's start with the monthly view. This one is a typical 2-page spread including a column of notes for quick reminders. It basically gives you an overview of your month at a glance, mainly main events, birthdays, holidays, deadlines, and appointments. I highly encourage you to avoid inserting tasks into this view, or it will get cluttered to the point that it's barely readable. After that, we have a 2-page idea spread, and this one is very similar to the yearly brain dump, but this one is more reserved for the month. I really enjoy brainstorming on Planner. I really don't like to do it on a digital format, and that's why I really wanted to include a brainstorming template every single month, where I could brainstorm for ideas and tasks and then structure that brainstorming exercise and really hierarchize all of the things I wanted to do according to priority, to urgency, and to time frame. We follow that with 4 blank dotted pages for miscellaneous notes and then a monthly meal planner. I'm really excited for this meal planner because I think it's great to have a place to plan all meals for a whole month. It's really useful for me to meal prep because it ensures I'm buying all groceries in advance and all I have to do is follow the plan instead of having to worry about meals all the time. After those monthly pages, we have the mainly weekly spreads. The template I use has space for to-dos for the week, and once again, these are mainly weekly to-dos. The ones that I'm able to assign a single calendar block, I do it right away in Google Calendar. It also has priorities, gratitude for the week, meals for the week, habits, and events for the week on the right page. So this is what I was mentioning when I said I wanted to use this planner as a lifestyle planner, because I feel like when I'm writing things down on paper, it really takes my mind off of work, and that's something that I really value and I want to focus on for 2022. I really feel like my Google Calendar is very, goal-driven, very focused only on work. I wanted my weekly planner to convey more of a relaxing experience to allow me to focus on myself and focus on my health and my well-being rather than the specific tasks I always have to accomplish for work and for YouTube. I also chose to include a tiny daily challenge to inspire me to do something new every single day. Finally, at the end of the page, I have a spread for 2022 holiday gifting as well as a 4-page reading tracker. And a lot of people usually ask me, why do I still want to have part of my planning routine in paper? Why don't I migrate every single thing to Google Calendar or Notion? And as I was saying, that's just because I do enjoy the process of writing things down. I like to plan on paper as a way to reflect on how I'm using my time, and this kind of relaxing mindful exercise is something that I'm never able to do if I'm planning solely in a digital format. However, digital tools are incredibly efficient, and without them, I would feel completely lost. Life gets very overwhelming during the day for me, and I never have the time to write things down in paper because tasks are handed out to me so fast, and meetings, deadlines, and projects shift so much during the day that a paper planner would be completely impractical in the long run. So I basically love this combination of the efficiency that Notion and Google Calendar give me, and then the kind of mindful experience that paper planners give me as well. I think the combination of both of these feelings is what makes a hybrid system so great overall. Okay, and speaking of Notion, if you are looking for the perfect software to help you organize for work, for your studies, for your personal projects, for your lifestyle, for your home, I do believe that Notion is the best thing you can use this year. Notion can be used individually or to collaborate with your classmates, for instance. There's so much you can do. You can import templates, create your own dashboard, write notes, organize files and PDFs, create a timeline for exams or assignments or anything of the sort, organize study sessions or deep focus sessions with their calendar feature, and so much more. You can use and explore Notion anytime you want and for as long as you like because their personal plan is literally free with absolutely no restrictions or strings attached. It's the best investment you can make for the new semester, and that's because it doesn't cost a cent. All you have to do is set it up. To start using Notion today and get your free account, you can go to the link in the description box below, or you can click the button that's on the screen right now. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!